Today we're diving down into the latest market update on Ocean County, New Jersey. So whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just want to keep an eye on the recent trends in the area, I have all the key insights for you. So we're going to cover the home prices, inventory levels, mortgage rates, and a few others. But before we get started with the video, if it is your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon, and I'm a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway. And on the Live in Central New Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you want to be the first one to know what's going on in either Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get the video started. So let's just dive right into it. What are the prices in Ocean County? So the median sales price is $445,000, which is up about 4% from last January of $428,000. So not a massive increase like we've seen in some other towns, but still a relatively pretty good one. Now on a national level, that's going to be $419,000. So while Ocean County is above that, it's not going to be dramatically above that like some other townships or counties that we see here in New Jersey. Because New Jersey, let's face it or not, is a pretty expensive state. On the sales level though, Ocean County did see declines in 2024 compared to 2023, so the previous year. We saw a 2.5% decrease over the course of the year, but to start 2025, it's a little alarming. They're down 8%, which is also different. If you watch my recent video on Monmouth County, they're actually up 5% from last year and then 12.5% for just January year over year. But where is our inventory sitting? That's another big one, and it kind of drives prices in my opinion, especially since the post-COVID market is just a different one compared to what we had before that, and the lack of inventory has definitely shot up prices dramatically here in New Jersey and most of the other parts across the entire country. So in terms of inventory, we have 2.5 months worth of homes available, meaning if we didn't have a single new listing come to the market, we'd have about that long of a time frame before we basically just ran out of all the homes available for sale. So that's where we're kind of sitting. It's not necessarily a 12-month low, but it is pretty close. That would be about 2 months. So we're not far off of that. It's basically just 1 week extra at that point. Now, where is this kind of going? Typically, our market is very cyclical. So during the winter months, let's say November, December, January, that's going to be our lowest months for the amount of homes we have for sale. Now that's going to flip come the spring and the summertime. So from like May to August, that's going to be our hottest time frame. That lines up a lot with the kids' school year. So families that are trying to move, it's also just a better time frame that a lot more people are going to be buying and selling during that versus the holidays and the winter time. So that's kind of where that goes at. The opposite can be true though, or can be said for our days on market, meaning when a home is first listed to when it goes pending. Right now it's sitting at 28 days here in January. So they're going to be its highest during the slowest time of the year, but at the hottest time of the year during that spring and summertime, it's going to be at its lowest. So I would see that 28 days on market is probably going to drop into the mid to low teens by the time we hit that spring and summer market. Everyone's favorite talking point, though, is definitely going to be the mortgage rates. And right now, as I'm making this video, it's probably going to change by the time it comes out, but we're sitting at about 7%. So it might be a little higher, might be a little lower. Don't really know just yet. But I will say there probably won't be too much movement on it, more likely than not, just because the last Federal Reserve meeting that was in late January, they didn't move rates at all. They kept them as is, so no increase or decrease. And while mortgage rates don't directly follow what they do, they tend to stay the course just a little bit. They actually follow the 10-year treasury. So there are some times where mortgage rates go up, even though the Fed rate did cut their rate. So it does happen. It actually happened pretty recently towards the end of last year. But for the most part, they typically trend with it. But again, not always. So I don't know where mortgage rates are going to be specifically, but won't see much movement. And I don't know if we're going to get down into that 5% range like everyone really wants to by the end of the year. More likely than not, we'll probably just see small decreases throughout 2025. There have been some pretty big national headlines, though, and I definitely want to address them really quick, two in particular. The first one is going to be that we had the lowest number of existing home sales in 2024 for the past 30 years, so dating back all the way to 1995. And that's including 2008 financial crisis, the years after that when it was tougher to get a mortgage, not everyone could get one. So even then, there was more sales than we currently had last year. I think there was a couple things at play here. One, the interest rate and the prices. They aren't really matching up right now. We have high interest rates and high prices, making it affordability pretty much the worst it's probably ever been in the home market. So that's one thing. The second, we're all starting an election year. Anytime that happens, so let's just take every 4 years, right? That's an election cycle. The year that we actually have the voting, that's going to typically be statistically the lowest of home sales of those 4 years. And the year afterwards is usually the best year. So it should start to open up in 2025, especially as people start to get more comfortable with the rates and being where they're at. We should start to see a downturn in them. And again, less uncertainty because we know who's been elected. The second big number out there is that 71% of realtors did not sell a home in 2024. I don't think this is the most accurate number, and there's a couple of different reasons why. For instance, in my brokerage, we have maybe 80, 90 agents. I don't know the exact number because I truthfully don't really see the majority of them. I would say, though, about 15 of us probably make up the bulk of the business that go through Berkshire. The reason being is we're, one, full-time, and that's our source of income. That's what we're looking, that's how we live. The other agents, majority of them are probably going to be either part-time, do 2-3 deals a year, help a family member or friend out. Maybe they're just an investor and they want to get the market statistics. It could be any of those combination. So they're not going to be realistically working to looking to do business. So in a down year like that, it's very possible they didn't sell anything. The second one would be if you work on a team. So for instance, I'm an independent agent. I don't work underneath anyone other than Berkshire Hathaway. If you join a team, though, in the beginning, you'll make more money just because you're going to have leads basically flowing into you, but you then have to pay for them too. The flip side is you don't get to promote your own business. You're promoting the team, right? So you're promoting all the people that are giving you basically the leads and the clients, but you don't get anything underneath your name. So while 71% of realtors is probably a little bit inaccurate, if you took everyone that may be on a team plus only just full-time agents, it probably goes down dramatically in my opinion. So while it's kind of an eye-popping headline, I don't think it's really a good number to go off of. So where do I kind of see the market going based off all the information I've just given you? Well, it did start to open up towards the end of the year of 2024. I would say post-election, pretty much, like we were just kind of talking about a little bit. I know for me specifically, I had 2 closings in December, put one under contract, and unfortunately that one didn't go through due to inspection issues. But the day after the election, off of just this YouTube channel that I make videos on, I had 3 people reach out about potentially purchasing in our area. So just to kind of give you an idea of what kind of impact that does have sometimes. So it was a better December. It could just be me personally, but I definitely had a better December than I've had in years past, and it was starting to pick up a little bit. And that's definitely went into this current year as well. One of my buyers, they were looking in the Monmouth County area, had an $800,000 price range. We went and saw one out there. They can go a little bit higher, but they chose $800,000. We were going into a multiple bid situation. I knew they had a couple offers and still some possibly coming in. Ended up being 15 offers on an $800,000 home. So there are plenty of buyers out there. This home was pristine, gorgeous, did not need any work done to it or anything like that. So don't get me wrong. And it was priced accordingly, but just to kind of give you the idea of what's out there already just in February. So if you're looking to purchase, I would say it's best to get in as soon as possible. Obviously, do not force it though. Don't go into a home being like, oh, we need to get this. Otherwise, like we're going to be screwed. We're going to be losing home after home. Don't do that. There are other strategies out there, I promise you. But the sooner you buy, the better off you're going to be for a couple different reasons. One, there's still going to be less competition out there now than there will be in a couple months. So that's definitely a fact. And then 2, you're going to gain the appreciation. So if you buy in the beginning of the year, you're going to have this entire rest of this year to gain appreciation versus if you get stuck, you lose out on a couple homes and you buy in maybe like October or something like that, you're going to lose out on a couple, tens of thousands of dollars, maybe depending on your price range, right? So that's another reason. The second thing is if you're going to be selling, really not a bad time, but don't overprice your home. The reason that listing got 15 offers, while it was nice and updated, and it also priced it correctly. So if you have a outdated home and you price too high, I promise you will not get 15 offers on your home. You will probably have to actually price reduce in order to find a buyer that's going to fit what you're pretty much offering. So if you're selling, if you're buying, as soon as possible is definitely going to be best. And if you're selling, just be smart about it, price correctly. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below on what you think is going to happen in our real estate market throughout the rest of throughout 2025, pretty much in Ocean County, Monmouth County, New Jersey in general, and just kind of see what some people are. I'd love to gauge where, if you're buying, if you're thinking about selling, that kind of thing. And if you're looking to move to the area though, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is down low in the comments and description. So whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even a year out, doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. And if you're looking to move to a different part of the Central Jersey area, check out 2 videos pop up and hopefully help out a bit too. Have a great day.